And welcome everybody to No Sex, No Drugs, but a whole lot of fucking rock and roll. My name is Derek, joined as always by my lovely sister on the West Coast, Nicole Carson. How the fuck are you tonight, dear?
I am great.
Great.
Now I'm choking on my own air.
Choking on air.
Do you ever do that? You choke on when you breathe in, it's like it just goes down the wrong pipe and you choke on it and people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No, I've never choked on air.
Well, I do. So if anyone else does, I'm not alone, right? Leave a comment in there and let me know I'm not alone.
Breathe through your nose.
I guess so, right?
That's
my allergies are so bad lately, though. I breathe through my nose and it just gets all stuffy and like people think I'm like, they're like, are you sick? Are you like, do you have COVID? I'm like, no, motherfucker. I have allergies. It's hot. It's like 100,000 degrees in LA.
100,000, really?
It's fucking hot.
That sucks.
It's fire season, so I'm dealing with that shit. So
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So how's everything else going?
Awesome. We have a guest today.
I know, right? I'm excited about this one.
As my headphones eat up my face.
Yes. So we do have a guest today. He is the drummer for Arrival of Autumn.
On Nuclear Blast, woo!
Yep, signed to Nuclear Blast. His name is Ty Fox. He's the drummer. And before we bring him on, we're going to go ahead and play a quick clip of their latest video. So we'll be right back. Yeah. Welcome to the show, Ty Fox.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey, man. Nice to have you on. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. It's great.
Man, that is such a fucking killer-ass song, dude.
Thank you so much, man.
Dude, I can't even... Holy fuck. When I heard it the other day, I was like, holy shit.
Sweet, man. No, I'm stoked. That's my favorite song on the record. So we... Yeah, totally.
And you actually directed and produced that fucking album, that song, right? Or just the video, right?
Yeah, I filmed it and edited it, did all the colors, everything like that. So the whole goal in mind was, we're not allowed to do anything else. So you may as well do something. You can't tour or play shows. So we decided we'd see what we can do to be productive in this weird time. That was the big thing.
That's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah,
good shit.
Kind of take it a step further and be like the whole social distance shit. Just try to be that was the whole point of the video, to see if we could do it still abiding by all that stuff. And it worked. It seems like it worked. I hope people like it. It seems like people like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some views on YouTube already. And so you guys did that 100% social distance?
Yeah, so there's no two band members are in the same shots. It's only me and another band member, and I have certain lenses that I wouldn't get very close ever. I mind you wouldn't that was just the goal for the filming. Mind you, we were not filming, we got closer, whatever. we didn't really care. But as for the filming, we made sure it was by the book. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly him down here at one point to do my videos.
I can be some Hollywood director. That'd be sick.
Yeah. video director, producer, editor. You're like your own AD, your own everything.
I'm my own agent too. It's sick. I just put on a different hat and I make deals. I actually put this one forward and I start being a dick to everybody. I'm like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. I'm like a shitty Ash Ketchum.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Damn, that's awesome. So tell us about the band. Tell us about the new album. How'd you guys get started? The whole the whole bullshit 9 yards, typical question.
Yeah, so I met those guys on the internet on a sketchy ad, and the rest is history.
Is that true though?
The Canadian Craigslist. It's called Kijiji. I don't know if you guys have Kijiji there. Do you?
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So it's like the Canadian version of that. It's the shittier version. So I messaged a band online being like, hey, I would love to play drums for you. I had spent years before that being barricaded in my my garage playing drums. Didn't think I was worth my weight in salt at playing with a band or anything because I never had anything else to compare it to. I figured everybody was just a virtuoso. So I got an email back. They said, yeah, come jam with us. I showed up in the basement of someone's house whom I've never met before. And Jameson was there. Jameson was there, and that is the vocalist of what is now Arrival of Autumn. And the band that I'd signed up for was like this weird Christian hair metal type band. We fucked around and played in that. We just wanted to be in a band so bad. We played some shit that is rather questionable, and like it was fun. We played a couple shows, but me and Jameson kind of looked at each other one day and we're like, man, this is I think we can do something else. It was a good learning experience. We started that. Brendan and Jameson had already been jamming for years before that. We started playing shows, booking our own shit, and then we got Ryan on board and Kevin on board, and it was really that's basically it. Started in 2011.
So you guys been together for 9 years. That's awesome.
9 years, yeah.
Fuck, and now 9 years later, you're out fucking touring with In Flames and signed to to this major label and everything else like that. I mean, what was that feeling like last year when you were on stage with fucking In Flames?
It was the coolest thing ever, man. It was wild. So like, I don't know, without taking anything away from any other tours, like it was just kind of a trajectory. We started out with Skin Lab for our first ever North American tour. Then we joined up immediately with Soulfly. Then we came home for 3 weeks and went right back out with In Flames. And then the In Flames run was fucking nuts, man. It was super cool. I didn't realize how much traction we'd pulled off of the Skin Lab and Soulfly tours. It's weird. We're somewhere new every single day. We're these weirdos from Canada, and next thing you know, there's people showing up to see us on the In Flames tour. Like on more shows than not, there was people packed to the front at the first band, which is something that you never see. So it was extremely gratifying to see that.
I can only fucking imagine on that one. Only fucking imagine. So I mean, I didn't realize you guys were on tour with Soulfly before then. So fucking to go from one of the greatest fucking rock legends in the world and Max Cavalera to In Flames. That's fucking, dude. You must have been walking on clouds.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. And like the guys like Unearth and Soulfly were on that tour. Unearth was on it for the first day. So like those boys, they're all legends in their own way. For the party guys, and they're the fucking coolest dudes ever, man. And then Max and Gloria, everybody in the Soulfly tribe is unreal, man. Like I have very little to say, like bad to say about anybody I think that I've ever toured with. Even the boys from Prison, they're hilarious, man. Like I still talk to Gene almost every day. So
damn, dude.
And they're awesome, dude. I saw them in Florida. That was your guys' last show, right? Was it your last show of that tour? I can't remember.
No, so we ended in Dallas, Texas at the Gas Monkey.
Oh, okay. It was. Oh, you know what? It was my last night in Orlando, and you guys happened to be in Orlando playing a show, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And you guys played with Red. So Derek, it was In Flames and this band Red.
Yeah, I know Red.
I've been listening to Red for like ever. And I was like, holy shit, this is the most awesome show ever. And your band was so fucking awesome. And it was like, it was just such a good show. Great performance too. You guys have so much energy.
Thank you so much. No, it was a good time, man. I like Orlando's just a weird place because I lived there when we were making the album. Me and the guys, we lived there. I lived there for like 2 months, 3 months, trying to put together this fucking album.
I'm actually moved to Virginia from Florida. I lived in Florida for 27 years.
Whereabouts?
Right outside of Orlando.
I was in Sanford for.
That's where I lived, and it was in Sanford.
The only thing about Sanford is that we get the one place where they filmed a chunk of My Girl with Macaulay Culkin before he got stung by all those bees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived right off of Airport Boulevard in Sanford, right there. That's where I was. Yeah.
Sanford's cool, but I stayed in this neighborhood the first time I was there. It was like. I think it was on Elm Street. I don't know. Everything's named after trees and palmetto bugs, but it's fucking, I was on this one street where it was like, oh shit, there's the street to the right is a ghetto, the street to the left is a ghetto, but the one I'm on is like gorgeous and it's just all old people.
That's how it is.
Yeah, and dude, Florida is just full of crazies though. You can go on a tour of Sanford and it's like, oh, there's Casey Anthony, there's the Pulse nightclub, there's Trayvon Martin. It's like, holy fuck. Like
Well, Trayvon Martin actually happened right in that city, right down the road.
In 7-Eleven that I would go to. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Crazy. So where did you record at down there? Because I know a couple of Where's that one at?
Jason Sukoff. I don't want to give away exactly where it is, but he's like just outside of Orlando. I ended up staying in.
Because I mean, there's a couple out there. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think I know which one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. No. Audio Hammer with Jason Sukoff. So that was the studio where like Mark Lewis, A.L. Levi, and Jason all worked at. But that's Jason's baby.
I got
you. So really cool. Jason was cool enough to basically let me live with him after that for like a month and a half. I slept in the studio room on the couch.
Damn, that's badass.
Yeah, my back hurt a little, but
what happens when you stand on a couch, unfortunately.
Yeah, true. He let us all live there. Like he's our boy for sure. He's part of the team for a long time. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So damn, I can't coming off the year that you guys had last year, and then fucking just getting punched in the face in March.
Big time.
But that's not just you. That's every fucking artist.
It's everybody, man. And the way that I look at it, it's, it was just like this when we were starting to get tours. Before we had a label, we had everything, but that's not everything. Getting the tours is the hard part because because we're on a label and just because we're starting to get some traction doesn't mean that we can sell a bunch of tickets. So we had to basically have someone give us a chance and invite us along. And we did that and we proved ourselves. And now we have more people showing up to the shows. So before that, like trying to get a tour was a fucking nightmare, man. Like just applying to all these different ones and not getting anything. Yeah. And eventually you get that one and that one translates into another if you do good. And then that one translates into another. And then that translates into a pandemic where you can't do a fucking thing for an entire year.
So do you guys have anything planned? Tentatively for the fall or anything like that? Some places are starting to open back up. So, I don't know how it's going on in Canada, but what's the status here?
Yeah, dude. So we were supposed to be on tour. I would have just gotten back from a direct support for Shattered Sun across America.
Okay.
That would have been fucking awesome.
That would have been.
Yeah. Europe tentatively booked for November. There's some shows going on. I think someone just announced they're playing a show, some older band. They're doing their first show in Europe in July. I think July 7th, they're doing a socially distanced show.
Okay.
A lot of Quiet Riot's doing some sort of socially distanced show, but I think that every show they have is probably socially distanced at this point because more people would go watch.
Yeah, you got to give the old people with the walkers a little falling room. So yeah, they've already had the social distance there anyway.
I like God damn it! Like they keep just doing stuff.
Socially distanced show.
That's what I'm gonna say for every show that I have like if I play a show again that bombs or any sort of like local gig, I'm like, yeah, it's socially distanced. That's why there's only 4 people here.
Yeah, dude. I went to a show the other night here with my friend. There was I swear to God, there was 4 people in the venue, and this is a big venue. Like I've seen All That Remains there. I've played there like 3 times. It's a Canyon Club. It's a pretty good sized venue. Dude, 4 fucking people. After the first set, half them left. It was 2 people, and they wanted us to try and like sell all these tickets to play. I'm like, I can't even get 20 people to be here. There's 4 people here.
No
like,
shit.
What do we? How are we supposed to sell tickets to get people to come to a show?
And are you allowed? Like, are you allowed to have shows? That's the other thing. People don't think we're allowed to go out and do that kind of stuff. Like, they don't want to get hit.
Yeah, I've been trying to hit the bookers now pretty hard and say, hey, what's going on? Because a lot of places in LA, at least, are starting to like slowly open.
Yeah.
Like restaurants are now, some of them are dine-in seating. So everyone's like freaking out. Like, oh my God, we can sit down like a normal person again.
Yeah.
And have a meal,
We actually just did that yesterday here in Virginia where we opened up. what we call phase 2 of opening, and so insides of restaurants are able to open like every other seat or some shit like that, and then like 6 foot distance at the bar and yada yada yada. So I mean, it's slowly starting to come back, but I'm kind of curious to see when ends up happening when it gets cold again. To be honest with you,
no idea, man. I'm just excited that I can go to the bar and hear that silver fox at the bar tried to pick up a chick from 6 feet away, and now I get to actually eavesdrop and listen. And I'm not out here trying to like make fun of the guy. I'm just trying to gain wisdom more than anything. So now
those silver foxes, bro, I tell you, they will teach you a thing.
Ordering Jägermeister when he's way too old to do so.
Yeah, if you see a 60-year-old old guy doing Jaeger shots at the fucking that's the guy you need to talk to.
That's me in 3 years, or maybe even 6 months. Who knows?
Oh God, I can't.
Now I just lost my train of thought.
Get back with it.
I'm trying. All right,
come on.
All right, so actually, let's kind of go off topic of your band. Let's just kind of go into the music, in general. So last week, Nicole and I were having a conversation specifically about front women.
Yeah.
Whether it be Ginger, whether it be,
Hailstorm,
Lizzie Hale or Maria Brink or, whatever the case might be.
Black Sabbath.
But one thing that we've noticed, and when we were talking about it, was the lack of front women that are guitar players.
Yeah.
So that means like there's a lot of backup, there's a lot of lead guitarists and rhythm guitarists that are female. But as far as like, the actual so we have
like
Lizzie Hale,
yeah,
we have Morgan from Kitty, and then I can't remember her name from Pussy Riot, but those are the only 3 that we could even think of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, whether it be, this is Pride, month or whatever the case. And, we have also the Black Lives Matter stuff going on right now, but we still have so many other thresholds that we're trying to cross, especially with women in music as well. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on front women in general? I mean, as far as like this whole thing that's been coming out lately.
Man, it's just, this might not be the common stance. I'm not. Like, what I think is, you can go out there and you can say metal isn't an inclusive community, because that's what Lizzie Hale tends to do, is go on social media and say that women are not as welcome in some aspects. But dude, I don't know. I've never seen anything other than love. And you come with us, enjoy. You're more than welcome to come play. Play your instrument and sing. Don't play your instrument, sing. Just play guitar. Do whatever you like. You're welcome. You're welcome to come join us, and there is no discrimination on our end or amongst the metal community. There needs to be some sort of maybe parents should just put their kids in guitar lessons, and if the little girl wants to continue with it and get to the point where she wants to play guitar and sing, because that's really fucking hard too. There's very few people that can do it anyway, let alone maybe people who, I don't know. That's basically what I have to say. I think that the issue isn't in inclusiveness or anything. I think the issue is just in parents maybe not giving their kid that opportunity, and I hope that maybe they do. Whether there's more or less of it, I don't think that we should be forcing more things through the door, like affecting the equality, like the equality of outcome, but maybe just increasing that equality of opportunity for women to do so and be included.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I agree. I 100% agree. I mean, because I'll never forget, it was 2012, 2013. I can't remember the year that the Blood album came out from In This Moment.
Oh, I love that song.
They were headlining the second stage, a small stage, at this concert that they put on every year in Orlando called Earth Day Birthday. Mm-hmm. And they were headlining the second stage, and their set was going to start like 5 minutes before the set for Volbeat ended. And Volbeat was still on stage. They were the third to last act. They weren't the co-headliner, but they were right before the co-headliner. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you saw a wave of people leave halfway through the last song to go pack that stage out for In This Moment. I mean, even back then, people were just enthralled with that. Her voice, the theater aspect of things that they do, and just
she's amazing.
She is a fucking goddess, is what she
Yeah.
is. Dude, it's just amazing. And I mean, I just love women in metal is just, I mean, it's still new, kind of, but
man, there's been like, look at Doro. Doro's been around.
true.
Fox, what the hell's her? Lisa Fox, man, like she like tons of shit, especially from back in the day. You got Stevie Nicks. You got so much.
Of course, you got them, but you know that it faded out for a while, especially with the '90s. In my opinion,
Courtney Love was an icon.
I was just gonna say like Hole.
Yeah, but I mean, you've always had your few, you know, in there. I mean, Courtney Love obviously is the icon of the '90s as far as females go. But then coming out of that, I mean, other than that, I mean, there wasn't much. But I think there's a lot of women repaving that way, you know, for it just to blow up. And I think, I honestly think people, you know, have said, you know, especially in America, not in Europe, you know, across the world, I think it's a completely different subject. Me and Nicole have already talked about this, but people have said that rock is dead in America and rap and metal. It's not. But I think, honestly, the people that are going to take that whole rock is dead, you know, persona and, you know, perception out of the business is the fucking women. Yeah,
women are very easy to market. Like it's the whole marketing aspect is there. But you know, I think the cream will always rise to the top, and it's important that you give everybody the same opportunity to do well, but not makes a shitty band get all the accolades of a band that may be better, but just because there's somebody who is a minority as a front person or in the band. You can't just say this band is amazing and all suck from the tit of that because there's somebody in there that's different. That's not what they want. That completely defeats the purpose. So maybe just making it so we are more inclusive off the start for people to just be involved and get that equality of opportunity up would be, I think, the best bet. So I think, yeah, there's going to be more women doing everything, because if you look around right now, there's little girls longboarding all over my city, and that's fucking dope. Every time I see it, I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
that goes elsewhere too, into music, metal, and you know what? If they ever felt, if a woman ever felt maybe that they're not welcome in the metal community, or it might be intimidating or scary, come to one show and let's put that all to rest. And we'll do our best not to be like Aaron Lewis from Stained and pretend to call people out in the crowd for like groping chicks when like he did that every show for a bunch of shows straight.
He did.
You signaling to get the Blabbermouth headline. That doesn't help me.
No.
Yeah. Chicks not want to go to shows.
Yeah. God.
Meanwhile, Aaron Lewis gets to be on every news website being, look at me, I'm a hero. I called that guy out. It's like, you're looking at a crowd. I know what it's like to look at a crowd full of people. You can't see shit.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, so, you know, let's not do anything on, I can only speak for myself at our end, but, you know, just doing things on our end to make sure that people are included. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think in metal in general is probably one of the most inclusive groups of people that I've ever been a part of. I mean, like I said, I mean, every time I go to a festival, whether it had been Ozfest back in the day, whether it had been, you know, the old Rock on the Range or, you know, Earth Day Birthday or, you know, whatever the case might be, there's people of all ages, all colors, all races, all countries, you know, everything. And everyone just kind of comes together in harmony for some fucking great ass music. And I've never seen another, you know, group of people like that ever.
Yeah, it's just all about where you go. But I've seen, like, I used to play in a country band just for like some money here and there, and like the increase, like it's not the same. It really, it's not that it's like not as inclusive, but it's just a different ball game. Metal just seems to be more accepting of everything all the time. That's what I've noticed. Anyway, it's all love. For the most part. I mean, you get the odd dipshit, but it's few and far between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And I don't really ever, like, to be honest, I don't talk about this kind of stuff like very much, but I don't have a problem just voicing like the fact that, you know what, it's important to be inclusive and not maybe trying to mic drop people about it or trying to post things online to make people perceive me as some sort of hero. Because I never asked to have a platform where people ask me what I think about stuff like that. Because you got to remember, I was just some socially awkward dipshit playing drums in his garage for 10 years straight. I may not have the best view of the world, and it's crazy to me that people would even want to hear what I have to say about it. Because it's like, dude, I just play metal. Like, you're more than welcome to come play metal with me. Please do. But I'm not I don't have a college degree. I'm not a sociologist. And I think when people put their priorities into listening to people who are in bands talk about this kind of shit, that's the wrong place to have your priorities, because like they're not educated. They're just socially awkward like I am. Most of them don't have college degrees and shit. Some of them do, but who knows? Whether that makes you more acceptable or inclined to talk about that stuff and be right is another thing. Spreading a certain narrative because it's okay, but you may not believe in, is not okay with me anyway. Standing your ground, being proactive is what I'm all about. So I don't feel the need to really talk about that kind of stuff because I'm out there doing it or posting about it. I don't do that stuff because I try to live my life accordingly. And that brings it back around into maybe women being involved. Like, hell yeah. And you know what, that goes, I'll go to those shows too. I'll pay money to go watch, and opening acts, everything. I'll try to do my part.
Yeah.
To accelerate the process.
Yeah. And you know what I mean, as far as, you know, you talking about it, I appreciate you talking about it. You said you didn't really like to talk about it, or you don't.
I didn't say I didn't like to. I love it.
Okay, good. Okay.
I usually.
I don't like being that traditional, you know, interviewer. We're going to ask, you know, who's your favorite band, or what band would you like to tour with? I'm going to ask you that later anyway, just because I can.
Totally, man.
But at the same time, I love social issues within the industry, and I love talking about it. Yeah.
You know, the weirdest thing about talking about social issues within the industry is that there's only room for maybe one narrative. There's not much room for another narrative, because if you question that, it gives legions of people a chance to tell you you're wrong, and to tell you to go fuck yourself, and to tell you that your job is gone. So maybe I might have a different opinion on some things, but there's no fucking way I'm going to say some shit, because I don't want people misunderstanding what I'm saying and calling me a fucking monster, or anybody else that I like a monster. I've seen it. It happens every day, man. Somebody says one thing out of term, or they dig up something from years ago that this person has done. It's like, you know, you took a tweet that Mark Wahlberg or someone, whoever the fuck, said from 20 or 10 years ago, and you're holding him to that same standard. It's like, you better fucking hope that person evolved over 10 years if they're saying something different now. If you are the one calling someone out for something that happened that long ago, you better have the same fucking mindset that you had 10 years ago. You better not have evolved at all to be able to call someone out like that. That's such a weird thing to do. It's like, to call someone out for things way in the past seems to be the cool thing to do right now. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, it happened to James Gunn 2 years ago with Disney. I mean, they pulled up something that he said like 12 years ago on Twitter, and they said, "Oh fuck you, you're fired from Guardians of the Galaxy," and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know, it's hilarious. By the way, I saw a few of them and they made me laugh. But also, you know what, you're a director. But I've never claimed to be holier than thou. I'm not the one posting all this woke shit all the time. So I never asked for people to. I never held myself to a very high standard. I just want to play drums, and if people wanted to penalize me for maybe not using that platform to talk, it's like, listen, dude, they don't pay me enough for gas half the time to get to the next venue, let alone half my fucking fan base when I start talking about politics. Like, I would rather live proactively and be a good person and demonstrate through my actions, as opposed to making people think that I'm doing good online, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Nothing like shit in one hand and post in the other, and see which one fills up first, right? See, it's that doesn't translate. It's
I agree.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I stand. There's a lot of people that I know that post shit and they don't do anything. They're fucking just out there telling me that the nothing that they're doing is much better than the nothing that I'm doing for such a noble cause. Like, fuck off.
It's like you can't win. I had this conversation with my friend. One of my other bandmates was like, I've had to stay off social media lately because I just can't fucking stand. I don't want to talk politics because it really gets me going. Like, I just can't talk about the stuff going on, especially in LA. It's been pretty hectic.
Yeah, it's a good place, man. It's a good place for discourse right now. Nobody's gonna try to mic drop you.
But it's like, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't right now.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing. It's like, okay, well, it's like we all have our opinions, and through musicians, music speaks in a certain way, you know, so all we're trying to do as musicians is make music and create, and, you know, that's our outlet. If we're not posting every day, that's everyone else's Like
Agreed.
if you want, do what you do, right? And that was my whole thing. It's like, I'm just working on my own music and I'm going to stay off social media, and it is what it is. And I'm going to do kind of what I want with it. And I think in music, we're such a tight community. It's like, we have to just stick together and create, and we all share with each other and we all support each other. And I think that's what's the most important, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? There was certain things asked of people like me for the past couple weeks, and those things were to sit back and fucking listen. It was, you know what, you people need to sit back and listen to what we're trying to say, and it's not up to you to decide that we're not hurt. So that was the whole plan for me. That's why I didn't post anything. It's like, okay, there's a community of people that feel that they're not fucking safe, and they're asking me to listen. So maybe sitting back and listening is the thing to do, as opposed to talking over them with posts. And not only that, posting all this shit and then asking people to sign off on it to get their approval. It's like that seemed really shitty to me. And not only that, the people out there now condoning the like going out and protesting, which I think is dope, were the same people 2 weeks ago telling me if I leave my house, I'm a fucking asshole, and they will report me. So the integrity is not there with those people that are doing it. So I'm going to do things my own way, and I'm just trying to listen. So, and by the time I formulate an opinion on any issue, these people are already moved on to the next issue. So
right, exactly. Amen.
And I'm listening, and I'm trying to be proactive, because that's what was asked of me. That's all a certain community of people are asking of me right now, to listen. So I'm doing so. I think that that's appropriate. And
I wholeheartedly agree with you, bro. Wholeheartedly agree with you.
And I would be lying if I didn't say a bunch of my maybe like things that I didn't. I've been educated, man, by a lot of things. Like it's very eye opening, because even me, when you see a cop, you sit straighter in your seat, you have both hands on the wheel when you're driving. It's like, that's not how you should feel when you see someone who's supposed to fucking help you.
Yeah.
So that's basically all I have to say about what's going on, and just continue to listen and be part of the solution.
Yeah, I mean, and that was one of the most difficult things that I've had to deal with. And I don't mean like difficult than what they're going through, nothing like that. But I was kind of stuck in the middle of it, and I was, talking to one of my best friends about it the other day, or Blackout Tuesday, last Tuesday. It's like, okay, I got a show to promote. I got this going on. I'm a social media presence. I'm part of the media. Do I completely just shut down for the day and not promote anything, or do I interject at all? I mean, it was very, very, and I can only imagine other people that have millions of followers versus the thousands of followers that we have. We're in a much bigger situation. So, I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying on that front.
Yeah.
And, shutting up is sometimes the best key.
Yeah. But just because I'm not saying anything doesn't mean I'm not doing anything.
Exactly.
Actions louder than words, so stop getting fucking offended by them.
Right.
That's and words don't mean shit, right? It's just, let's go out and be proactive and be the change that we want to see, because more often than not, you'll find that everybody wants to get to the same space and the same place. They just want to take different roads to get there. So you talk to somebody who may not have the same outlook as you or the same beliefs, but you don't win those people over by trying to fucking mic drop them or being condescending to them through social media. The way you do that is open up discourse and you talk to them like a fucking human being. That goes for like the super woke left. As much as I like to just I would like to just get in there and be a dick. Don't do that. That's primal shit. Get in there and talk and open up a dialogue, and you'll find that this person might just be lonely, because obviously if they're posting this kind of shit all the time, that's all they have because they have it.
Yeah. I can't agree with you more. All right, so let's
I'm stupid though. Like, don't agree with me on everything.
No. But you're saying the same shit that I've been thinking and saying as well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sharing that same opinion, and I do share your same opinion, because I mean, I'm all for the, especially this month. It's been so difficult, because it is, like I said, LGBTQ Pride Month, and we partnered up at the beginning of the month with the National LGBTQ Task Force and the Trevor Project, which is a suicide hotline for LGBTQ youth here in America. Yeah. And we partnered up with them, for the month of, and so I'm promoting the crap out of them, and I'm getting ready to run an ad here for them here in a second. But it's like, with all this other stuff going on, and it's like, like you said earlier, there's only one, one cause at a time. And if you open your mouth for any other cause, you're just a piece of shit. I'm obviously paraphrasing what you said. So it's like, it's really, really difficult, especially in times like this. It sucks. It really does.
I guess like to lay it out would be making the norm being able to change your mind based on new information is kind of what I hope to see from everybody else, because it's okay. It's not a defeat to grow. Mm-hmm. Is what I was saying about people taking a tweet or something from 10 years ago. Obviously, if that person doesn't think that anymore, you can't hold them accountable to that standard 10 years ago. You should hope that person has grown. I mean, if you're hoping that person still is that same person for saying that shit, like that's a really messed up way to look at things, because I'm not the same person I was even 2 years ago, let alone like even longer. I took myself off of the raging dumpster fire that is Twitter, because I just found myself getting fucking angry. So now it's important to be able to just listen and change your mind accordingly based on new information. I think that's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it's not a defeat.
Agreed.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
All right, so
if I could do like what's that little icon on your text message, the 100? It's like that red 100.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would have like 20 of those across the screen right now. Like, yeah.
I'm not too bad for an alt-right extremist drummer guy.
Dude, I just can't wait to like get my shit together so I can show you people, and then Ty, you can come down and do my music video, and then we can fucking do some big shit.
Yeah, that'd be sick, man. I like just helping out the scene, like I get, especially on the band account, I get like the fans, they show up and they're often in bands, and they'll send they're like, dude, we have this demo. Can we send it to you guys? Can you guys listen to it? And I give them the email, and like with a disclaimer, I'm like, listen, I'm not going to send this to the label. Like that's not like, it's not my job, and they don't want to hear it from me. So if you still want to send it to me, I will listen to it, and I'm not going to critique it. I'll listen to it, and I'll let you know that I've listened to it.
Yeah.
And not just because it's funny. Sometimes you get some good stuff. You get some really fucking questionable stuff, and it's awesome.
Nice.
Oh God.
All right. So on that note, we're gonna go take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Go.
The month of June is National LGBTQ Pride Month, and this month, DCK Productions, as well as Suck It Podcast, have teamed up with the National LGBTQ Task Force and the Trevor Project to help raise awareness for LGBTQ rights and so much more. So please go to dckproductions.com/shop to purchase a fundraising t-shirt for one of these great organizations. 100% of the proceeds will go to these great organizations, as well as 50% of all other merchandise purchased inside the shop will go to them as well. So again, please go to dckproductions.com/shop for more information. DCK Productions and Suck It Podcast is brought to you by Fredericks of Hollywood, where right now you can say hello to summer with 60% off all lingerie, as well as orders of $75 or more get you free shipping. Suck It Podcast is also brought to you by Viking Revolution Beard Care Products. Viking Revolution. Join the revolution. We are also brought to you by Reebok, the best fitness band in the world. DCK Productions and Suck It Podcast is also brought to you by AdamandEve.com, America's #1 trusted source for sex toys. Please go to dckproductions.com/sponsors for more information.
So
right, we are back.
I need the Fredericks. I need the Fredericks shit, and I need the Adam and Eve shit, because I don't have a boyfriend, people.
Well, go to the website and click.
Fredericks of Hollywood. You never told me that.
They are affiliate sponsors, so we
Give
don't
me
get
some lingerie. Jesus.
Those are affiliate sponsors, and we don't get paid unless they buy. So go onto that page and buy shit.
Okay, well, I'll go buy shit for my imaginary boyfriend, and I'll go to Adam and Eve and buy some other shit for myself, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be great. This is great. And then I love how on my Citizen app right now, it's like report of a brush fire 0.5 miles away. Happy LA.
I'm just gonna phone that lingerie place and be like, which ones are the best for choking myself with? I did that at the fucking Home Hardware in the States. I was like in there and I grabbed the extension cord. I was like, what's the weight rating on this? And the lady's like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's the weight rating on this extension cord? They're like, oh shit.
Damn. That's gotta be that's gotta be one of the questions of the day, as far as going into a fucking Walmart and saying, hey.
That's my thing. I don't know. I don't like to have casual conversations with people. You really get to see people's true colors when you throw a wrench into their day like that. Oh man, I fucked up many a till workers' days with stuff like that. And you know what? They often like it more than being asked, oh, how's the weather out there today? I can't wait to get off so I can go outside and do fucking nothing.
Oh my god.
I've been waiting the last fucking 42 minutes for the Canadian accent to come out, and I'm so happy that you just did that. So
how's it going, eh? Where we're from, it's just a whole nother level of like, I don't even know how to explain it, but there's like, it's just like, oh fuck bud, get her done. Like that's the Letterkenny is now.
Yeah, Letterkenny style. That's what I was going to say. I mean, I love that show. That is one of the greatest contributions Canada's ever given the world is Letterkenny. So even though you're not a part of it, thank you.
Trailer Park Boys is awesome. The first 6 seasons of Trailer Park Boys is wonderful. You ever get
it's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Trailer Park Boys and Letterkenny are the two greatest things. Unfortunately, you guys still have a huge negative reputation for giving us Bieber. So sorry about that one.
Also, like if you ever want a chance, like there's some underground Canadian cinema that is known as like the local music, like the music videos that come out of Canada are just a whole other level of shot. It looks like a Crime Stoppers commercial most of the time. I'm like, holy fuck. That's why I got into cameras. I wanted to learn how to do film because nobody in my area or anything has ever done anything that I liked. Only up until recently, I've seen some like pretty cool stuff with all these like younger people coming up because now cameras are easy to get. So that's, I've seen a lot of really questionable music videos.
I'm sure you have.
Really
so, what was it? Last week sometime, I can't remember which day it was. I think it was Monday. We were talking to another comedian, and his day job is actually editing porn for a porn company. Yeah. So that's his day job. He gets, videos through email and he edits them and he sends them back. But the problem is most of his stuff is gay porn that he does.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
And the company that he works for is actually a Canadian-based company. So the two, he said some of them are just like they over accentuate the Canadian accent with it, and he goes he'll be editing this gay porn, and these two guys talking about great butt. Hey man, you have great pecs there, bud. It's like, and then he's sitting there editing this and trying not to laugh. And he said it's some of the funniest shit he's ever seen in his life is Canadian gay porn.
It's fucking hilarious. Like even a regular, like normal, like straight porn would be fucking not regular. I guess just porn. I don't know, anything Canadian's fucking gonna have some lower production value for sure.
Oh my god!
Have you not noticed like Canada's like the little brother of the United States? It gets all the shitty hand-me-downs. We're like the Eddie Bauer version of the States. Like that's the way I look at it. It's just. We're like, we get all the hand-me-downs and like shitty flavored chips and not the cool pops. Like,
yeah, but y'all have ketchup chips. We don't have ketchup chips here.
True, and we have better iced tea than you guys, but that's it. I would trade the iced tea for every terrible flavor of Doritos you guys have.
Actually, I would trade Tim Hortons for Dunkin' Donuts.
Fuck Tim Hortons, man. That shit's
you're gonna have the entire country of Canada coming down on you.
And you know what? Bring it on. I'll fucking.
What is Tim Horton?
Exactly. It's the hill I want to die on because the Tim Hortons by my house, it's just stupid people congregating outside for years. That's all they do. They sit at Tim Hortons and they fucking raise hell, and it's like a street gang. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm trying to figure it out. It looks like the bus station from Total Recall out there. It's just people like.
Oh my god!
It's just zombies. I hate it.
Tim Hortons is the Canadian Dunkin' Donuts.
Tim Hortons tomorrow and get them to stop.
So, dude, Derek, you have Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, that's sick.
We have Krispy Kreme, yeah.
I
prefer Krispy Kreme anyway, but I gotta go to Maryland to get Krispy Kreme. We don't have them here in Virginia.
I'm 10 minutes from Krispy Kreme, dude. I'll mail you some. Don't you worry. I got you.
We have we don't have Flying J either. You guys have Flying J and Loves, and that's the shit.
What is that?
It's
It's the-
gas truck ups.
Yep.
Is that only by? Oh, I don't know what that is here.
No, it's everywhere where you are. We don't
Oh.
have it in Canada, so it's just really big rest stops with a lot of really terrible food that I love.
Yeah.
Bucky's is the best though in America, in Texas.
Yeah,
Bucky's is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of that one. Yeah, and I know
Yeah.
Loves and Flying J, but most of the Loves and Flying J's that I've had, are attached to like an Arby's or some shit. So
Taco Bell and Taco Bell every time.
Yep, absolutely.
But dude, you know what comes out of Canada? Really good bands.
True. I don't know any, but I'm just kidding. No.
Did I ask you, Ty?
Wait a minute. Can you preface that one by saying really good bands except Nickelback?
Dude, Nickelback's from here. Like they're from where I'm from. And I aspire to be like Nickelback one day because they play. Everybody claims to hate them, but everybody's going to their shows. They sell out arenas anytime they want.
They really do.
I covered a Nickelback song. I like that song.
I like the fact they play Sad But True, I think, by Metallica, and it's fucking crazy good.
Yeah, I mean, and their Animal song is actually pretty damn cool. I mean, they got some cool shit, but it's just fun to hate on.
Silver Side Up's a great record, man.
It really is, yeah. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna get fucking bombarded for defending Nickelback because I've done it before. I'm Team Nickelback. Me and Ryan too. Ryan, our guitar player, he's Team Nickelback. He's gonna.
I like Nickelback. I've never had an issue with Nickelback.
All right. Well, now I feel like a dick. And
yeah, you are a dick. Stop being an asshole, Derek.
Part of what I said was changing your mind based on new information. I think
you know what? Now, after I do my comedy show and tonight, I might go to bed to some Nickelback and be like, hey, Ty was right. Fuck, I've been talking shit for way too long. It's time to listen to some Nickelback again.
I like Is it Dark Horse, that album? I like that album. That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
But
for me, Nickelback is one of those bands to where I say that I hate them, but if I put on Amazon, Prime Music and just said, hey, I'm not gonna say the word because she's sitting right next to me. If I said the word Alexa, and said shuffle songs by Nickelback, it's like I could probably sing 95% of them and be like, fuck, god damn it, I thought I hated them, but they're just so catchy. It's just one of those things.
And same, I realized one day I was a Bring Me the Horizon fan, and I was like, man, fuck this band. And then I realized I know 20 songs, and I really into Sempiternal. I listen to that album all the time because that was my whole thing. I was like, I don't like them, but I really like Sempiternal. But then I really like Sempiternal, and then I really like the new one, and I'm on board now. I would say that I'm a fan.
Yeah, they're so good.
And for some reason, I just wouldn't allow myself to admit it. Like, this band fucking rocks. Why do I care if I like them or not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but Bring Me the Horizon, I love their stuff. However, they need to not ever do interviews.
I don't watch much from anything that they do.
Well, I heard I think it was Octane, Sirius XM Octane was doing an interview with them, and they were saying that they don't listen to metal music at all. They only listen to British pop. That's all they listen to. But they play, play metal. But it's like, guys, why would you admit to that? I mean, now if you want to say, oh, we listen to everything and it influences our rock, that's cool. But to say, oh, we don't listen to metal at all, it's not our thing, but we love playing it. It's kind of like, guys.
It would be hard to want to listen to metal when the whole community tells you you're not metal all the time.
That's true.
That's
very true.
We get it a lot too. I want to film a sketch where we have the metal elitist come out of the woodwork when we're just outside doing whatever the fuck, and we have this guy with a shirt on and it says clean vocals with a circle with a line going through it, and he's telling us to fuck off, and but it's kind of like an ad, and he comes out and he's like, who would ever want to listen to music with well-placed hooks and good riffs and clean vocals? Reverse ad, but we'll figure it out if we film it.
That'd be fun.
See, I mean, I think a good metal band, the Sons of actually a great metal band is the fact that you can do it all. You can have that slow, steady, clean vocal ballad, and then with, these deep fucking, power chords and all this other shit. And then you can still have your screaming and your growls and everything else like that. If you can have the good balance of that, that's what makes a great metal band. I mean, that's why so many of the ones that are death metal, that's constant fucking growls, constant fucking screams, are stuck in Sweden and then don't go anywhere else. But the ones that, branch out and, try to be different, are the ones that are making it.
True.
I mean, look at Slipknot. I mean, that is the greatest example. I mean, Corey Taylor is, phenomenal at what he does, and to be able to do what he does with Slipknot and with Stone Sour, make it completely different, but have that same growl, scream, clean, stuff, but on a completely different level on both bands is how you do it, and that's how you build the following.
Agreed, man. It's just the cream will rise, I think, which brings us back to like the idea of more female people being involved in metal. You know what? It just has to. We need a couple more people to just rise to the top, like Lizzie Hale and all that stuff, without shitting on the metal community, saying that it isn't inclusive for women, because she does that. It's well documented, and I wish that she wouldn't, because I don't think she's right. I think she's wrong. I don't think she's right either. Writing, she's leading on and portraying to people who are reading the articles.
Yeah, I don't think she's right either. But I do have nothing but love for her, because she's one of the greatest performers I've ever seen. I mean, she's definitely in the top 10, I would say.
I would say like butt rock doesn't have many female vocalists, and she's the only one that actually and she makes good, better music than the majority of that kind of rock. Like, I'm not particularly a fan of that style. Like her and Flyleaf were like the only two bands I think that I can think of with female fronted vocals in that realm of I call it butt rock, and it's not even to be derogatory, but that's just kind of what I know it as. You got your fucking Seether and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all got one really good record. That's the thing about all those bands like Nickelback. Their early shit, they all have one really good record.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I totally agree. So speaking of that, one of the other discussions that we've had in the past with Nicole's friend, producer Charlie, we were talking about how bands these days create and what happens when they go into the studio. So like when I was, playing music back, 20 years ago, playing in garage bands and doing stuff like that. And, when I was doing, touring guitarist stuff, we all sat together in a room. We decided to run a riff. I started writing with some words. And what?
You froze for a second, and then you came back, and you looked like a robot, and you were like super fast.
All right. So anyway,
Canadian internet.
All right. So anyway, like I was saying, so we would all sit in a room and we would all create together. But then, nowadays you've had bands like, unfortunately, God rest his soul, like Linkin Park, they would write separately and then come all together and make it fit in like a puzzle piece. How do you guys do it? And what is your preferred way of doing it?
I don't know, man. We do it every way. Today, I just got back from the studio. We're all sitting there writing lyrics and fleshing a new song out. And we're recording the vocals on the spot as we're writing and bouncing it off one another. But also I've seen Ryan hold up in a Denny's for 16 hours straight recording a song on guitar with his whole studio set up inside the fucking Denny's.
That's badass.
And he went through 3 shift changes. The one, we're in the deep south, we're in Louisiana, and this lady, the waitress comes out, and Ryan starts setting up, and she's like, if you're playing guitar, you got to play a song. And he's like, fuck, and he gets up on the table and starts just playing everybody a song.
Oh my God.
We'll do anything, man. We record in the van when we're driving, we record at the venues, we record when we're home. We're always kind of working out ideas. We have 30 songs kind of mashed together, not totally fleshed out, but now we're in the process of making them real songs and putting the right lyrics and doing all that stuff, putting them together. So we don't have one tactic, but for the most part, we kind of just write on our own time and then bring it in and then fine tune it, because it's just easier that way.
Okay. No, I mean, like I said, I just wanted to kind of get your opinion on it, because I think I love that aspect of things. I love, the writing styles and shit like that, and it's the way people create is just amazing to me.
Totally, man. And that's another thing, a big one about changing your mind when you get new information, is when somebody thinks they have a better idea than you, and then 3 other people in the room say, yeah, that idea is better, but you're still thinking yours is better. Listen to the people around you. Listen to them, because it may be kind of a blow to the ego, but if you can let things go when you're outnumbered, let things go peacefully, that honestly has been a huge fucking weight off my shoulders, everybody else in the band. We can create freely, and if it's kind of just it's not even really so much voting as it is no, this version is better, trust us. I'm walking a van with these guys for months on end. I'm with them all the time, so trust should be there. So I can I can let
Yeah, I can
my
def-
ego die.
Yeah, I remember a story that I heard maybe about a year ago when Hell Yeah released their latest album. You know, the last album with with Vinny. But they were Chad was writing some lyrics, and he was writing a certain chorus and whatever else, and he sung it for the guys individually, and they all said, "Oh, this is fucking phenomenal, great, let's do it like that." And then they go and put it to that he goes into the booth to actually sing it with the guitars and the drums and everything like that, and they looked at him and go, "Oh yeah, never mind, that was fucking stupid." And he's like, "All right, cool, I'll just go rewrite it." He's like, so he had the approval of everybody, and then they heard it with the actual track, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck that."
Totally, man. Sometimes the puzzle doesn't fit together the way you think it's going to.
Yeah.
It changes.
Yeah, I mean, it can. I mean, the music can change, everything.
Yeah, I just enjoy the process, like the creating of the process, especially now. We have a really good system, and Ryan has a studio basically on him at all times, and him and Brendan riff it out. We do some vocals. I usually help with a lot of the structuring of the song. But Ryan and Brendan basically write the riffs, and then Jameson and I'll bounce lyrics off each other. And then I'll kind of say, maybe move this bridge here, extend this, half this riff, cut this out. And they listen. Like Ryan listens to what I have to say. It's a really cool thing because I respect Ryan a lot as a writer. So Ryan's our guitar player for anybody who might not know. So he listens to everything that anybody says. So he's really easy to work with.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you've got to build not just a friendship, but you got to build a brotherhood.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the only way you'll survive. And the reason why I say it like that is because brothers are going to fight, they're going to piss each other off, but in the end, it's more than just blood. It's that power, and just being together is powerful enough.
Totally. Some days the way a guy eats their food will make you want to fucking kill them. Other days, it's like honeymoon. You play a good show, you're good for like 3 more days after that. You play a bad show, you're probably going to fight in the parking lot afterwards. Who knows?
Exactly. So, how have you guys been, utilizing the pandemic to your advantage, or have you been doing anything outside of, this?
We made a music video.
I mean, other than that, I was going to say, other than the music video, what else have you guys been doing to stay relevant to your fans?
You know what, dude? Posting we're staying relevant to the fans isn't. I don't want to say it's not important, but it's not. When there's a pandemic and people are just concerned for their safety, it's not. That's not really the issue at hand. But what we do is we give them quality, not quantity. I see people grasping at straws, trying to do these really awful Instagram live things where they don't know if they're connected or not, and that's not what you do to your fans. You don't make them sit there and listen. Nobody will notice. Everybody's on their phone all day. They're not going to notice if you're not posting or not. The attention span is so nobody's sitting there waiting like, Slipknot, please post something. I'm waiting. It's like, I don't think that person's really doing that. I think that if you just drop something out of nowhere, that's actually something of substance. That's going to do you a lot better than just posting pictures from old shows every 2 days for what? I can't wait to get back to doing this. I can't wait.
You can only say that so many times. Yeah.
And everybody else, like, what the fuck? Do something else. So we made a music video. We decided to do a podcast. We have 1 episode done, but also just the current social climate. We decided we would not put the podcast out yet anyway. So we're going to just wait and just record maybe a few more. Writing music, just because we're not online saying we're doing stuff doesn't mean we're not doing stuff. We're working all the time.
Exactly.
So we try to just engage people with when we have something to engage them with, as opposed to just engaging them for nothing.
Yep.
Oh, that's
important.
That really is. I mean, I didn't even think about it like that. So that's.
I see a lot of bands just posting, and that's about shit that I don't care about, and I don't think anybody else in their right mind would care about. Yeah. So it's important to just. I didn't want to do that, and if they want to do it, that's totally fine. I have nothing against it. I just have a vehicle that I like to control a little bit better, more than that. So it's okay to not post anything.
It is
weird anxiety that people have that they feel they're not going to be relevant. But you know what, man? The only thing that I could think of to do is show people how to cook some healthy meals. So I did like these quarantine cuisine things.
Oh, dude, those look so... I was messaging you about those. I was like, holy shit, you cook? I didn't know you cooked like that.
Yeah, I love cooking, man. I watch Gordon Ramsay and shit. Hell
He's
yeah.
my favorite. I'm going to the Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen restaurant. I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to Vegas for a few nights later this month.
No.
But I'm going to Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen restaurant because I really wanted to go there. And I was supposed to go on my birthday, but I couldn't. So my friend and I are going to make up for the lost time and go. I'm so excited because I'm obsessed with Gordon Ramsay.
He's badass.
He's sick, man.
I love him.
I'm here.
Everyone fly to Vegas. Come hang out. Totally cool. I think Ty's frozen.
Now Ty's frozen.
It's all good. At least it's a good picture.
Well, I could actually Photoshop
And
that
the
right
only-
now
we're
and just
filming.
put a dick in his mouth. That'd be, 'cause it's wide open.
Ty?
We have lost Ty.
It's okay. He'll come.
Maybe
It's
they
gonna.
come-
It's all of a sudden. It's gonna come back.
He's
Watch.
like,
There,
there, there,
There we go.
there we go.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're in.
back.
Perfect. So yeah, can you hear me now?
Yep, we're good.
We're good.
Nope. Never mind. Fucking
That's
Canada.
That's the one thing about anything live is like everyone's.
Cool. So, oh yeah, now you see me, now you don't. I'm like whacking that right now.
David Blaine up in this bitch.
There we go. Now you're real time.
There you go.
Okay, sick. So I was at that Gordon Ramsay shit. I didn't go in to eat because I'm poor, but I saw some people in there and they were filming, and the only thing I could think of to do is yell Howard Stern, Baba Booey, fucking Howard Stern. And that was a big fan of my Gordon Ramsay shit. So
That's funny.
Dude, I watch all his shit. I'm obsessed with him. He's so funny.
yeah,
way
Kitchen Night.
Kitchen Night, yeah. And then there was one more. I can't remember. He has so many shows. Just the way he talks to people is hysterical.
Yeah.
I wish people.
Huh? We love you, Ty.
He looks confused. He looks conflicted.
That's the one thing about these live streams though, is people's
I know.
internet
Me
sometimes.
like that.
Oh,
Oh wait, now he's
oh.
now he's spinning.
Ty Fox. It's okay. It's so okay.
It's okay. I only had one more question for him anyway. Yeah, I think we lost him.
He'll probably text me in a second.
Oh wait.
Damn it!
You know what's even funnier?
Almost.
What's going to be even funnier is the people that listen on the podcast and not see this.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be like,
They're gonna
"What
be
the fuck?"
What the fuck's going on?
So it's a live stream, people. See,
Hey.
hold on. He just texted me.
This is how we do things.
Oh, he goes, "What was the final question?"
Can you hear?
Yeah,
I guess honestly, the final question.
Can you hear? Just not see.
Oh, wait a minute. He's trying to pop back on. Hold on. Never mind. Wait, there he is again. He moved his eyes.
Fuck.
I heard fuck.
We heard fuck. Oh!
He's smiling. Now, see, now we're gonna smile.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ah! I was just answering your text back.
Yeah, so I'm downloading a ton of pornography right now, and it just since you mentioned that gay porn with all the Canadian shit, I'm just
Now you're furious.
He's
Yeah.
like online, like Googling that shit.
extremely online. I need some A porn.
Nice. All right. So I guess the final question that I had for you was, if you got a phone call tomorrow to go on tour with any band in the world, who would it be?
It would be
Damn, Derek. Good
Alice
question.
in Chains.
Really?
My favorite
Now-
band of all time.
So you're talking about like the original Alice in Chains, like, you know, you can be dead or alive. So that's So if you're going Lane Staley, that's fine. But if you're,
I would go new Alice in Chains. But if I can have the Dead or Alive thing, I would go with. I don't even know. Fucking, I don't want to piss anybody off, but maybe I don't know.
It's just preference. It's just
I'd go with Blink 182, but they would all be dead.
That's funny.
That's a good answer, though.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
Nobody's gonna get mad at me for that one, so I can think of it.
No.
I love Blink. The first song I ever played on the guitar was "Damn It."
Hell yeah.
That's the first song. That Blink's the reason I got into punk rock. Well, because back in the day it was that pop punk era. It was like Blink, Yellow Card, Good Charlotte, NFG, Seosin, Rufio. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. That was like my little niche of Sum 41. That was like all I listened to.
Yeah, you're sick. If you guys don't know who Billy Talent is, you should check.
Oh, no. Billy Talent's awesome.
Really cool, because nobody in America knows who they are, and I'm convinced they're the greatest punk band of all time.
I've heard them. Yeah.
Oh, I love Billy Talent.
Yeah, they are rad.
I taught at this, like, it was like this rock music summer camp for kids. So I was like a band coach, basically.
Hell yeah.
And I was coaching this kid, and I basically, like, I got a band.
And that kid bombed along.
Dude, he's the reason I found out about Billy Talent, because I was writing a song with these kids, producing, recording, helping them like with this whole thing, and then we did a show. And he came to my one night after our little band session. He came over to me and he's like, "Hey, I want to play you this song from this band Billy Talent, or this artist Billy Talent." I was like, "Billy Talent? Is that a person? Is that a like what's a Billy Talent?"
What's a Billy Talent?
And they played. It was a live video. Like, you know, bands were putting out a lot of live DVDs and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was a live DVD, and I was like,
they're fucking dope, man. They're
fucking amazing. And I was like, how have I not heard of Billy Talent before this day?
Yeah, man. Alexis on Fire. Those bands kind of just like slipped the radar for the US. Like
yeah. Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah. But thanks for Crash Test Dummies.
Fuck no, that band. I heard that stupid Superman song one time, and I thought it was a joke. I was like, when's the punchline? Like, is this just a song? Like, people do this, people are into this. I mean, they sold more records than I have, so all the power to them. But
yeah,
I saw that guy sing acoustically one time, like the low voice guy. It was pretty cool. It was hitting them low frequencies for an hour. It was cool.
That's dope.
That's awesome.
I gotta introduce you, Ty, to my friends. Have you heard of the band Stryker? Not Striper, Stryker.
I know Stryker. They're from here. They're from Edmonton.
Yeah, they're my friends.
Yeah, they're dope. I don't know those guys personally. I know that I met the drummer one time. He's cool.
I don't know why.
I'm on a festival with them this winter or this summer.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're dope. You need to. I feel like you and my friend Pete. He plays bass in that band. You guys. I don't know why. I feel like there'd be like a thing.
We're from the same place. Like, they're from Edmonton. I'm just north of Edmonton.
Oh, that's awesome. I love those guys. They're so funny.
Yeah.
My God.
I don't know if you Googled like exactly where AOA is from or anything, but it's like Edmonton's the closest civilization to us, and then we're 4 hours north.
Dang.
Like, the highway to Alaska starts 60 miles north of me.
Really?
Damn.
I want to go to Alaska.
I don't. It's like nothing there.
All right. Well, it's been a fun hour and 10 minutes of chatting with you, bud. But yeah, I have got to come to a close. I got to go do a comedy show. So anyone that's watching right now, get ready to get on Zoom and watch me kill again, hopefully.
It's my friend's drinking party tonight. So it's his birthday. So this might be the last time you see me ever, because it's going to be a gong show.
No.
So I don't know.
Responsible.
My last words on my tombstone, I wanted to say you should see the other guy, and then like just me going like this on it.
All right. So from myself, from Nicole, and from Ty from Arrival of Autumn, please check them out on YouTube. Look them up. Listen to their new song Apocalyptic, and just rock out and look for them when they go on tour, hopefully this fall. We're going to close one more time with that sequence from that awesome fucking song. And we will see you guys back on Monday with me and Kat doing Suck It. Until then, peace.
Thanks.
Yeah.